Good day, wizards, witches, warlocks, and other splendid spell slingers. Today, we're going to open up a few boosters of Time Spiral Remastered that I picked up at a local game store. I have a few more coming in the mail, but I don't know when they're going to get here because nothing comes on time anymore. Amazon and UPS can't figure out where to drop my stuff off, even though I've been having it delivered here forever, because Google search has for some reason put my house as my neighbor's house, and so they don't drop my stuff off at the wrong place. But without further ado, I'm going to start opening up some boosters, show you guys some cards. Let's see, we got Sting Scourger. It's got Echo. Echo says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if this came under your control since the beginning of your last upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay its Echo cost. When Sting Scourger enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent owns to its owner's control. So that's cool. It's kind of got, here, I'll put that back up here for a sec. So, since it has that, when Sting Scourger enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand, it's, kind of got a red counterspell thing going on. Even though it's in the form of the creature, I like that. And without its echo cost, it's even got its own little sack thing going on. So if you need to sack a creature for a different ability, boom, you got a red counterspell and a sack all in one. Here we got Delorean Sentinel, human spell shaper, flying. For 1 blue, and to tap this card, discard a card, return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. And this card, to actually bring out the card, is 3 colorless and a blue. It's a 1/3 creature, and then it's got that extra little ability. But if you can keep it on the board, one, it's got flying, so that's decent. But it's not going to come out till one of the later turns, so that's not so good. Death Spore Thallid. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a spore counter on Death Spore Thallid. Remove 3 spore counters from Death Spore Thallid. Create a 1/1 sapling creature token. Sacrifice a sapling. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. This is 1 colorless and 1 black, and it's a 1/1 creature. But I like that ability. I would use this card probably in my. I have a deck that I have dubbed my mycology deck, and that's where I would probably use this card. It's got Slimefoot as the commander. I have another card in there as the alternate commander, but it's mostly sapling tokens in there. Well, sapling token generators, sorry. Here we got Stormwell Archer. It's got Reach and Death's Touch. Elf Archer, and it is 1 colorless, 1 green for a 2/1, but it's got Death Touch. I like that. Yeah, you give it first strike, then you got a good blocker going on there. Having a Reach with Death Touch is pretty nice. When Pit Keeper enters the battlefield, if you have 4 or more creatures in your graveyard, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This is Pit Keeper. In a game like Commander, you're definitely going to have creatures in your graveyard, most likely more than 4, especially if you're playing black and you're sacking your own creatures. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Tendrils of Corruption. I like anything that has any sort of Eldritch feel. But this is 3 colorless and a black for an instant. Tendrils of Corruption deals X damage to target creature, and you gain X life, where X is the number of swamps you control. Yeah, throw this down with Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time or a bad time with some of the other cards. Oh, what's the other one? I think Urborg turns everything into swamps, and then or makes it provide swamps in addition. What is the other card? There's another card that turns your swamps into creatures. Ooh, I can't remember it. But yeah, I could see that in this deck. In that deck. Yeah, I don't think I would use this card for anything. It doesn't have anything special. It's just a vanilla creature. It is 1 colorless and 1 white for Blade of the Sixth Pride. 3/1 Cat Rebel. Yeah, hopefully the blade is made by Nazan, since he's a bladesmith and he's only known for his hammer. I hear jokes about that all the time. And if you're into MTG, you probably hear jokes about it too. But if you're not, then you're like, what the hell are you talking about, guy? But if you're not in MTG, I don't really know why you'd be watching this. But whatever. I'm not going to... I'm not upset about the views. Watch it. Keep watching it, please. Watch more of it. Or don't. Whatever. Crook Claw Transmuter, Bird Wizard, Flash Flying for 3 and a blue. When Crook Claw Transmuter enters the battlefield, switch target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Ooh, I like that. I'd like that for 3 and a blue. That's a little hefty, but I like it. I don't know where I'd use it, but I want to use it somewhere. Chromatic Star. If you're an EDH player, you know this card. If you're not an EDH player, you probably know this card and think it's trash. So it's 1 colorless, and then for 1 colorless and tap to sacrifice Chromatic Star, add 1 mana of any color. When Chromatic Star is put into the graveyard, from battlefield, draw a card. This card's meh to me. It's always been meh to me. I don't really put it in anything. Just plenty of other mana rocks that I can use. Mana Tide. This is a card I like. Just because it adds, it's not as heavy as Smothering Tide, which is, where Smothering Tide came from, but it's good enough to keep your opponents having to work a little longer in a game of EDH. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Well, if your opponent has no mana left, you can counter whichever spell they just put out. And boom, you're good to go. Hopefully they can't tap anything. Hopefully they don't, you're not facing a green player with 50,000 mana dorks. Here we have Wipe Away. I had a joke, but it's a little too dirty. So I'm going to keep that one to myself. I'll tell it to you guys later. Wipe Away, instant, split second. I love split second. Split second basically just takes over the stack. It's like, nope, no countering, no doing anything to it. This is happening. I feel like split second is like a reprieve of interrupt. Interrupts were a thing that could, interrupt, kind of like an instant, but I don't, and I might be wrong in this, I don't think interrupts could be countered in the same way. And so I think split second was a reprieve of interrupt in some way after some schmucket wizards decided, oh no, interrupts aren't good for the format. Okay, now let blue players run rampant with their counterspell, mail, counterspell, kill you, because you've been decked out. Wipe Away, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Oh, and guess what? This card is, it's a blue, it's split second, so more power for blue. I mean, it's an older card, so it's not really powerful. But it's not an answerable counterspell. That's going in my Urza deck for when somebody plays Phoenix and Phoenix or whatever his name is and starts pissing me off. Forest Walk. I'm salty about a Phoenix loss a little while ago. Yeah, Yavimaya Dryad. Forest Walk. Creature can't be blocked as long as defending player controls a forest. This is 1 colorless and 2 green for a 2/1. And when Yavimaya Dryad enters the battlefield, you may search your card for a forest. You may search your library for a forest card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped under target player's control, then shuffle your library. I don't know why I would want to give anybody else a card, but maybe there are some cards that, when put under the other player's control, can make them lose. So, it's a forest. Yeah, so I'm putting it under my control. Like, why would I put that underneath anybody else's control? I mean, maybe if you're playing like two-headed giant or something. Mycologist. Ooh, my mycology deck doesn't have white in it. I guess that's part of that shifting thing. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a spore counter on mycologist. Remove 3 spore counters from mycologist. Create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Sacrifice a sapling, you gain 2 life. It's a 1 and a white for 0/2. I don't know how I feel about this card. I just don't know. I like the name mycologist. So here we got Dryad Arbor. Dryad Arbor. Sorry, I can't get centering right, guys. Dryad Arbor isn't affected by summoning sickness, and it has basically it's mana dork, tap to add mana, and it is a 1/1 creature. I like Dryad Arbor. It allows you to put a creature down and tap it for another creature. It's not affected by summoning sickness, so basically it's a flash creature land. I love Dryad Arbor. It's an awesome card. And I like the new art here. Starting to show you, but look at those. I don't know if it's the old art or the new art. I don't remember the old one looking like this, but I may be wrong. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Sanguine Bond. I'm pretty sure I got one of these in one of the vampire decks recently, one of the vampire Jumpstart decks, but I'm not sure. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. I'm pretty sure I did, but I like it in the time shifted frame. And then we have a soldier. There we go. Let's move that soldier token. I'm digging. That's not a bad pack. I like it. Not great. Not bad. They got Stuffy Doll on the front of this one. There's a lot of cards I want before Stuffy Doll, but I do need a Stuffy Doll. So it wouldn't be horrible. So, Riddle of Lightning. This is another card that I don't know how I feel about it. Choose any target, scry 3, then reveal the top card of your library. Riddle of Lightning deals damage equal to the card's converted mana cost to that player. I like that it's scry. I like that it has burn. It's 3 colorless and 2 red. It's not horrible. I'd probably use it. Yeah, I'm gonna be right. I'd probably use it in a red burn deck. Mono red burn. Yeah, I wouldn't use it in anything that's not mono red because it's kind of costly. And it's an instant. I don't like costly instants. Nobody likes costly cards, but costly instants in particular. I feel like instants need to be slapped down. Like you got to be able to tap slap. Erratic Mutation, instant. This is 2 colorless and a blue. Sorry about that. Choose target creature. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. That creature gets +X -X until end of turn, where X is that card's converted mana cost. Put all cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. I don't like this card. One is wordy. It's just it takes up the whole damn thing wordy. Choose target creature, reveal the top of your library until you get a non-land creature. That creature gets +X -X. No, so yeah, no, I don't like it. Nothing about it. It goes away. I'm not gonna talk about that card anymore. I'm done. Sentinel Wood Readers. Human Druid, when Sentinel Wood Readers enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, draw 2 cards. It's a 2 colorless and 1 green. And then the kicker is 2 colorless and 1 green. It's a 1/4. I'm done with this. Grave Scrambler. Madness. When Grave Scrambler enters the battlefield, if its madness cost was paid, you may return target creature card from a graveyard to its owner's hand. It's 3 colorless and 1 black for a 2/2. I don't like it. Give me 1 sec. I have to fix something. Sorry about that. I don't have very good editing software, so it's just easier for me to run away for a second. If I pause the recording and it starts a whole new video, I don't know how to merge them, all that crap yet. I'll learn the stuff as I go along. Had somebody else help me merge a bunch of videos. I really appreciated it. If you control 4 or fewer lands, search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. I like that. And it's got cycling. It's a sorcery. It's not very expensive. It's colorless and a green. There's plenty of cards that lower the cost of green cards, so yeah, I like that. Chromatic Star, Chromatic Star, go away. Not again. Mana Tithe, we already did this one. So Dirkwood Baloth. I like Baloths. They're not really good at anything. I'm just a Timmy player, so I like big green creatures. It's a 5/5. It costs 4 colorless and 2 green, and it's got to spend 5. There's nothing special about this creature. I wouldn't play it. I just always like the art of Baloths, especially some of the newer ones. The ones in Jumpstart were pretty, but yeah, I would never, ever, ever play that. It's not good. Orcish Cannonade. Orcish Cannonade deals 2 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. Draw a card. No. Oh, another card I wouldn't play. Fortify. 2 colorless and 1 white. For an instant, choose 1. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Creatures you control get +0/+2 until end of turn. It's an instant. It's alright. You can do it in a pinch if you need some more power to get through, or if you need more toughness to survive a block or something. Big Game Hunter. When Big Game Hunter enters the battlefield, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. It can't be regenerated. Madness. If you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you cast it for its madness cost, put it on into your grave. Or what? When you cast it for its madness cost, or put it into the graveyard. Okay. Mire Boa. Swamp Walk. Regenerate. Llanowar Mentor. Llanowar Mentor. I like this card. And I like the art on it. Llanowar Mentor is 1 green. 1 green, tap and discard. Create a 1/1 green elf druid creature named Llanowar Elves. It has tap, add green. I like it. It's not great. I just like it. It's one of those pet cards. I just like Llanowar creatures. I just recently bought an Achroma Angel of Fury. I got a foil one, so I'm not mad. I can't remember which set I got it from. I think it was from the full because I wanted that old heavy foil. So I guess I got another one. That's fine. I made a mono red commander deck. It's mostly goblins. It's an Urbrass deck, but I threw a chroma in there because there is a Rachel Weeks playmat called Red Legends, and it's got a chroma Zaryev or something like that. Zaryev, the pirate that makes monkey tokens, and it's got Urbrask on it. The deck isn't Urbrask because I was trying to go along. As you see, I have her Rachel Weeks playmat here with the Praetors because I was making a Praetor tribal deck. So I saw that other one because, you know, Urbrask isn't considered one of the Praetors that associates with Atraxa. So, sorry, ramble, off topic. Here we have a 5 colorless and 3 red for this spell can't be countered. Flying, trample, protection from white and blue. A chroma Angel of Fury gets +1/+0 until end of turn if you tap it, and it's also got morph. It's a 6/6. I like it. It's a little costly, yes, but it's got protection from white and blue, one of the big colors of doing just a lot of nasty stuff, and it can't be countered. So yes, I love a chroma. I love a chroma. I don't just like a chroma. Chromatic Angler. Chromatic Angler has Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1. Colorless. If everything in the Gurmag swamp hungers for human flesh, what bait could be more effective? And a Kobold token. I like that Kobold. I heard something about that Kobold was supposed to be some other card. But yeah, so that was 2 booster packs. I'm going to stop this video and make a second video with the next few because this is already at 20 minutes. And I don't like to bore you guys with too much. If it's going to be a 40-minute video, you guys aren't going to watch. Let's be real. So I'm going to stop this recording and I will make another video. Thank you guys for watching.